Yo, what's good? So, today's trade, right? I think let me erase everything. This is the trade W today. So, shout out. Took a W. We can't take L's every day. Took a L the previous day, but we took a W today. But anyway, so you know what it is. Uh, this is Asia. So, what we did was I come on the charts at 8, right? So, 8 was here. So what do I see at 8? I see this high being taken. So what's the first question I ask myself? Is that liquidity? Doesn't really look like it, but we have to look at structure. So what does structure say? Down, up, down, up. This is internal structure, by the way. Up, down, up. Bro, you could do it however you want, but down, up, down, up, right? So if you look here, there's liquidity here. This is liquidity. This probably isn't liquidity. That's maybe a false breaker structure. So we know that since this is a false breaker structure, we want price to come take out this liquidity that broke that high, right? So if this is a false breaker structure, this is liquidity that needs to be taken out to buy. I actually didn't look at it that way when I came in. But yeah, this is liquidity that needs to be taken out to buy, right? So yeah, I should have looked at it that way. That's the easier way to look at it. But anyway, I was looking for sales here, right? I was looking for sales. I guess I could have sold here, but I wanted a clear low high. You know, this is like a double bottom. I wasn't feeling that. So this was a clear low, but it didn't really break it here. If it broke it here, I was going to enter. Like, maybe here. I was going to enter here exactly and take my profits down here. Then I was going to be out for the day. But as I said, it didn't break clearly, didn't break this low. So I left that, and this wasn't the best for me. So I left that. So I was watching price, watching what's going on. And then the next thing that happened, price broke here, right? So if you look at this, this was a false breaker structure up here, claiming that we're bullish. That's what a breaker structure does, right? If you see a breaker structure, you're like, oh, we're bullish. What does that mean? That means this is an SMT. SMT means smart money trap. There's smart money traders that's going to buy over here. So this is an SMT since this is a fake breaker structure. So which means there's liquidity lying below this low. So if you look here, this closed with a strong bearish candle. That's beautiful. That's what I want to see. Because then that means like it's making people think it's really going down. So when it closed like that and came up strong, I was even more happier. But already I was on the 1 hour time frame, right? But obviously it hadn't given me a chance to put a trade in because it hadn't broken anything. But by the time it created this 5-minute up candle, bullish candle, I was happy. I was like, okay, it's clear now that we're going up, right? So I was I was confident for a buy. So all I did now was wait for relevant break of structure right there and waited for my order block to be taken. So that's all I did, bro. You know. So since I came in at 8. My entry got triggered at 9, right? My entry got triggered here at 9. Took long, I won't lie. I was starting to doubt it. I was like, you know, because look how long this took, bro. Like, it was consolidating for a long time. I was starting to doubt and be like, maybe it's a sell. You know, I almost came out, but I was like, either way, whatever happens, I'm gonna come out with something, whether it's a lesson or the actual win. So, yeah, I just stood still and trusted the trade. To me, it did it. I was gonna be happy either way, because if it went down, it doesn't matter now. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna learn, because that's not what happened. It went my direction. So yeah, so I was waiting this whole time from 9:02 until hit my TP. I think on my broker it actually hit here. So till 9:56. That's almost an hour, bro. You know, that's 54 minutes. 54 minutes. But it's better than my old strategies where I'd wait days for something to just hit stop loss. So now at least I know within an hour whether I'm hitting stop loss or I'm hitting TP. But that's it, man. Beautiful trade. Imagine making 2R every day, bro. No need to be greedy. If you make 2R every day in a week, you make 10R by the end of the week. So I'm happy with this. It's a win. 2R if you have a $1 million account. 1% of the $1 million is 10,000. So 2R is 20 bands, bro. So you got to look at this thing like that, because that's where we're going at the end of the day. But yeah, 2R, I'm happy. Almost 3R, 2.66. But yeah, that was my trade for today. And peace out.